Okay, I've come back this way because I wasn't sure whether it was going through because I couldn't see and it went blank on my side. So sorry, so we'll start this again and I'll go back. So thanks for sticking with me. I'm still learning and I'm just not 100% sure because it goes blank on the screen and then I think, oh, I've lost everyone, but I haven't. So I see a few of you still here, so that's really good. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and we will see what's going on, and we're going to do a couple of cards today, and if you stick with me I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak preview from the new catalog as well, so just bear with me. Okay, so you can see the set I'm working with, which is the Magnolia Blooms set. I also brought out a set of cards which you would see, these are retiring. With this gold foiled edge and the silver foiled edge. You get them in gold and silver, and so they come 20 in a pack. It's $17.50 I think, so it's pretty good value for that. And I'm matching it up today with the Christmas Rose suite. Now I'm not sure whether you have seen this suite. There was a stamp set and a die which is still available. I have picked up, I could only find, I had a little bit of paper left which I have used. It actually came with a stamp set, dies. It was like one of those special releases in between the year, and it came with these lovely gems, some nice ribbon, so quite a good set, and that is still available even in the entire suite as well as individual items. So that's why I've chosen this as my suite to work with. So I really like these sentiments, and the font is really nice in this set. The colors I have chosen to go with my paper, which is cherry cobbler. So it is Christmas paper, but I'm not making a Christmas card. We could, I mean, it's nearly Christmas in July, but I'm using soft suede and cherry cobbler. So I'll ink up the stamp in soft suede. Actually, sorry, I'm going to use a hat. I will stamp it on this. Soft suede, if you stamp off, has a bit of a gold tone to it, which you can use, and it's quite nice. Now I'm just going to bring in a bit of scrap paper so I can, and it is really scrap, and I'm just going to use it so you can get my blends. I'm using cherry cobbler, dark and light, so you can only buy these in the combination colors now. I'm just going to color this image. I generally go in the light first. So this whole Magnolia Land suite was in lighter colors, in petal pink, and it had mossy meadow. It was the combination, but petal pink was it was petal pink, and so it was a lighter shade, so I'll just gone with the cherry cobbler to match my designer series paper. I'm just going around the edges and with my fine tip side, so your blends come with a brush tip and a fine side. The way to tell is you can see the brush side is thicker, you'll have a line and a thinner line there to identify. I didn't know that for many years, so that's why I share that, because sometimes we use things and we don't realize. Then I'm just going to roughly color it in, so just over the lines. My blend, my cherry cobbler is needing, I'm needing a new cherry cobbler one, you can tell. Hi Joel. Let me know you're here. Thanks for letting me know. Give me some feedback. What do you think? Do you like this paper? I think it's really nice. It had some neutral stuff in the sense of it's not all Christmassy, so I think you don't have to necessarily use it for Christmas, as you can tell. I'm doing a rough coloring for the start, and then I will go back in my darker shade and blend it in. Hi Marla, hope everyone's doing well. Back in the swing of things at work. I'm back at work full now. We've been looking at catalogs, making wish lists, ordered anything, any demos, ordering anything, or have we got a wish list happening? So I'm just going around now in the darker cherry cobbler. So I tend to go that with at the base, so because that's where your darker colors are. That's just how I do it, whether it's how it is. I am not a garden person, and the technicalities of it may not be correct, but if it looks okay, I may get away with it. So now I just go back to my light color and I'm just blending it in. So the idea is to remove those lines so you don't see those lines. And with alcohol markers it will merge over time, like as it dries. It just takes a little time. The card I'm making is this is probably the thing that takes the longest, and you just want to get it, your coloring. Spend a little bit of time on this so it looks nice. So this is the Magnolia Blooms stamp set. Your wish list is long, Marla. Everyone sees, I think, oh goodness, it's crazy, isn't it? So many nice things. It's always so hard decided I need to get rid of some stuff. I don't have space anymore. Now this could be a Christmas card if you wanted. I'm making a congratulations card. I'm just gonna fussy cut it, cut around it. Could have cut it out and stuff, but I thought it's just easier once you color it then to cut it out, and then you actually see what I am doing and how I go about cutting. I leave sometimes I leave a white line like I'm doing, a white space around the image. Other times I don't. Just depends what look I'm going for. So I've die cut 2 circles with the layering dies. This is another of the sheets of DSP from that Christmastime is here DSP. So that's the other one, and that's got some nice gold work on that as well. So I think it's quite pretty. I'm just going to glue that together. My tape's right out. I'll just use glue. And with this, I think I'm just going to offset that circle because I was wanting to show off that DSP a bit. Otherwise it gets hidden. I've got this piece of DSP which I'm just gonna lay across like that. Three dimensionals. Then I'm going to do it this way. And then I'll put some dimensionals on my flower. we just need a centimeter. I'm just taking a bit of scrap. That's all I'm doing. So these are all the bits when I cut my matte layers for my cards. This is just the leftovers. And I'm gonna take that congratulations, and I'll use some cherry cobbler. Now in the new catalog, this piercing mat is not there, but it is going to be available. They took it off, but they've realized that people do use it, so it is going to be available. And I'm just cutting it pretty much. That wasn't straight. Goodness gracious. I know that piece of cardstock is not straight, but I will, not straight as in it's bending, but I will just put a bit extra little dimensionals, the minis. They're really handy for the I'm just gonna put that there. You could mat that if you wanted on gold or something, but I'm just keeping it pretty simple. Then we'll take this ribbon. You can purchase this separately. It's part of the suite as well, but you can, I think it's available separately as well. And it ties well. I was saying earlier when I did my online class, there are, there's some ribbons that just drape well, and this is one of them. And it's a nice, it's not too large, it's not too wide, it fits well. So you get quite a few different sizes in these little dots, and they're in the new catalog. Actually, they're from the Christmastime Is Here suite, but they're in the new catalog. Came off its thing. So there you have it. That's just fairly simple card, just to do with that Magnolia Blooms stamp set. And you could, I would probably put a strip of that paper. See, I've got a little crooked. I'm going to straighten that up. So you can move dimensionals. Yeah, I would probably put a bit of the DSP inside to match up, and then you have the nice envelope to go with that. Thanks, Marla. And so that paper is quite rich, and I think it'll make a nice engagement wedding, even on like a graduation card. It's quite nice. Now my next card, I am going to use that stamp set, but I'm also teaming it up with the silver card. So that same gold, it comes with the silver as well, in the silver as well. And I'm using the Magnolia Lane Memories and More card. So this is it's just pretty much a stick on job, and then we'll do a bit of coloring and see where it takes us. So this was one of the larger cards from this set, so I'll show you a few what you get in this pack. It's really nice. So you will get it. Obviously mine is just give me one sec, my battery's about to die. You can't have that. So I can read your comments. Yeah, okay. So I've used quite a bit, so that's why I've got the bits and pieces. I always keep my bits and pieces because you can always use them on all these cards. So the original size of this card was that, but it's a little bit too long for our cards, so I've cut it down to size. I cut from either end so it's centered. So what I'm gonna do, sort of had something in mind, but I thought, oh, we can just work through it together and see what we come up with. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Beck? My glue is not cooperating. See, even that side's nice. I thought you could probably color that in with some blends. Oh, actually, I was thinking of using that, then I like this one. And I think it goes really nice with the silver. Then I chose this card, which is a smaller one. Now that size is nice too, but I had to pick. And I had already cut a matte layer to go with it. So we might, I was thinking of rounding the corners, but I thought no, because I have an oval sentiment. Might be a little bit much. This was from one of the cards as well. I just die cut it with the stitched oval. And I have got some ribbon. I thought that would go nicely with that. But we might, I'm going to clean up that stamp, the little one. And we might just do a color a little flower just because we can. I might do it in that that's garden green, so I'll pick that, stamp it in garden green to match. Let's see how that looks. I'm just gonna check it out. I'll stamp off and then I'm gonna stamp. So I've just stamped off on a scrap piece of paper and then I've stamped. I have not planned this card, you can tell. I'm just gonna pick Petal Pink. Now these products I checked probably 3 hours ago. They are available, but these are only while supplies last. So that's why I just had to check what was available. And yeah, they were available this evening. But sometimes you don't know what will happen. Me showing you this and it finishing. So you've only got 4 or 3 and a bit days to buy your retiring products and to see or to be able to buy new products. So that's a bit of fun. I'm just using a little bit of old olive to add some color onto this. I'm not going to blend it too much in the sense of with the darker color. Fussy cutting again. There are stickers. I just thought, but we should do some stamping. I'll show you the stickers. You might be able to use some of the stickers on this. Excuse me. Next time I'll remember to bring some water. Not even talking that much. Just gonna trim that bit off because I don't know. There we are. And I have some stickers here. I don't know whether you have seen, everyone's seen this, but the stickers are pretty good. They're very good because I've made cards purely out of no stamping at all. Just, you don't need to stamp on these. You can just use stickers and whatnot on the cards. Now I'm going to put some ribbon on that side. Some dimensionals just to pop it up. And I'll tie a bow. You don't have to if you don't want to. I think that's nice as it is. I got a stain on that ribbon, so I'll just turn it the other way. I think I obviously had ink on my hands, but it's grey or black. Okay. And I'll just put a glue dot under that at the bottom so it just secures it, because at the moment this is not secure. Right, that's better. Because you still want that a little bit loose. I find I prefer it like that a bit. And then we'll just stick our flower somewhere. I think that little flower is quite cute. You could even stamp your own DSP. And I wonder whether we can put a bit of a sticker here. Oh, I don't know. Let's see how that works out. Just for some interest. The memories and more card packs just give you lots of value, because you get a lot of use out of them. I've made quite a bit of cards out of them. This one, and if you start cutting them and fuzzy cutting and all that, you just just extends the use, I find. And that's that card. I mean, you can add more to it. You can add embellishments and things like that if you want. But so that's that. That's the metal silver foil edged card, and the gold foil edged card. The Magnolia Blooms stamp set is what I have used, and the Magnolia Lane Memories and More card pack, which is, those are the retiring products with that Christmas time is here sweet. I'm just going to show you, I haven't gone on and shown you the in colors, so I thought I'll just, I'm sure you have seen it and you've seen it on your catalogs, in your catalogs, but I thought, why not show you the actual designer series paper. So this is 6x6 paper, which comes in all the in colors. And I always got to call this cinnamon, this is cinnamon spice. I always, for some reason, I got to call this cinnamon cider. I don't know what's wrong with me. So that's that one, and you get, it looks like typed words. That's the font, and it says so love what we do and share what we love, which is the Stampin' Up statement of service, which and it seems to be in different languages. That's wood grain, that's some dots and some speckle sort of effects, so you'll get that in all 4 colors. This is Misty Moonlight. This is Bumblebee. Just shout out, tell me what you like, what your favorite color is, or what you absolutely hate. Bowl making 101 Beck, what's that? And then we've got that, and that's Magenta Madness, and this is Just Jade. My favorites are probably Just Jade and Misty Moonlight. Just Jade and Misty Moonlight. But I quite like the combination of colors. I think they all go well together. They team up nicely together. So that's it for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed the cards, and yeah, I'll probably, so next yeah, I'll probably have a Facebook Live in between, but next Saturday is my catalog walkthrough. I'll show you some product and mainly walk you through the catalog, just to show you just some tips and tricks on how to read it, basically, because there's so much going on inside it, and what to not to miss. Marla, you like the Magenta Madness? You like the pink? Yeah, it's nice. I don't mind it. It's I think it's not. There's nothing I really hate. I cannot say that I dislike anything. I think they all. It's a nice combination. So that's okay, Sharon. I know. I have no idea where I'm getting this cinnamon cider from. Cinnamon spice, cinnamon cider. I don't know. I'm getting very confused. Yeah, I know, Beck. It's all in the cooking. Cinnamon cider, Beck, brown sugar. Alright. Have a lovely night, ladies and gents. I don't know who's watching, but or who may watch. Thank you for watching and joining me and spending the evening with me. Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye.